Hi everyone, and welcome back to Excellence Noir, where we seek to raise the standard and change the status quo. On this channel, you can find everything nursing, fitness, and Black excellence. Today, let's talk about the UK nursing salary versus the cost of living. Is it even worth it, to be honest? Okay, so as you guys know, I always try to give you just my opinions about stuff. Some of the things I will be mentioning, like the prices, the figures, they're probably more or less depending on where you are or where you work, but this is just from my personal experience. So I just wanted to add that in there. So let's talk about the salary itself. So the basic salary for a nurse working in the UK on average is about like £2,000 a month on average. Before your taxes and pension and stuff like that, about 2,000. Sometimes if you work, and that's the NHS. Okay, if you work private, you probably might get more. If you work in a nursing home and these things, you'll get more. Well, you definitely will be getting more, but on average, like £2,000. So today we're just going to be using our brains and doing a little bit of maths now and then, so that you can determine whether coming to work here in the UK is actually worth it for you. So we start with our £2,000. So that's before your taxes. The tax is like about 12% for national insurance, and pay is about 20%. And also pension will be removed. So I'm just giving you rough figures, guys. Okay. So after your £2,000, then they remove your insurance, probably like on average, it comes to about like almost 500, like about £500. And then what really makes up for it, so you have like 1,500 left, and then you probably did some night shifts, and the night shifts are paid more, and probably work some weekend shifts, and so you also get those things added as well. So then it probably will come up to about maybe 1,800 or 1,900. And also your pension will be removed. The pension is non-taxable, so they will remove your pension before they tax you. So probably, let's just say we come home with £1,800. Okay, if you somebody who probably opt out, you do have the option of opting out of the pension. If you have done that, probably you would come home with about £2,000. But I just want to stick it in there that the pension is a very good pension, one of the best in the world. So I wouldn't encourage you to opt out of it. But I mean, sometimes because of financial issues, people have to do what they have to do. Anyways, so right now, okay, we're talking about, okay, you come home with about £1,800. That's what you have. Now, that is the salary. Okay, to be honest, I'm just being frank with you, that's probably what you might come home with, 1,800. And then we're going to start doing the deductions. So let's talk about the cost of living. If you live in London, God will have to put a hand and a foot. Although what I needed to say as well, you will be getting a fringe benefit. So wherever, depending on where you live, how expensive the area is to live in, they will be adding a certain amount of money on your salary. So I think ours, where I live, is about maybe between 80 to £100 that I get more just for living in the area. So if you live in London itself, like the city of London, you will be getting a lot more. Your fringe will be higher, just because everything in London is much more expensive. The further away from London you get, the lower your fringe is. So you will not be getting lots of benefits, but the cost of living is lower. So let's get into the deductions. So with your £1,800, let's begin with the rent, because I would imagine the first thing you'd pay is your rent. You don't want to be sleeping on the streets in the cold. So if you live in London, you would probably be paying £1,000 for a 1-bedroom flat. Yes. If you live a little bit outside of London, you will be paying maybe £750 and above for a 1,000 for a 1-bedroom flat. For me, where I live, because the building I live in is very close to the mall and everything is very convenient, the train station is near to it and everything is very close by, I live in a 1-bedroom flat and I pay £800. So remember, I came home with 1,800 and I've already removed £800 just for my rent. So I have £1,000 left. So if you live further away from London, like north or south, you probably would be paying £500 and maybe get a 1 bedroom flat. A much bigger apartment, maybe if you pay £700, you probably might get a 2 bedroom. But the further the further away from London you go, the more space you will have, and for less money. But to be honest, the most expensive thing here is rent. So we have removed our £800, so we left with £1,000. Then you pay your electricity. So for me, my electricity ranges between like £22 and like £35. You will have a contract and they will tell you how much money you'll be paying every month, but probably anywhere between, I don't expect you to be paying more than £35. Okay, so we remove £35 from the 1,000. Then you have to pay your internet bills, probably as well, might be something less than £40. So you add that to the bill. Then you have water, you need to pay for fresh water, so the water in the pipe to drink and all of that. And then you need to pay for sewage water. That is not very expensive. I think one is like £9 and then one is like £13. So it's not very expensive, but all of the bills like add up. You know, in St. Lucia, you just have like your light bill, your water bill, and then if you want internet, you have internet. Well, here they know about bills. These people coming up with bills, let me tell you, every day these people have a different bill. Anyways, so you paid your 2 water bills, and then you have to pay for heating. Now, the good thing about heating, depends on where you live, you wouldn't use a lot of heat. So the building I live in, because of the way it's properly insulated, when all the windows are closed, it's quite warm in here, and then you can dress warm to save on your heat. But if you live probably some place that is not properly insulated, you would be spending more on the heating. For me, I think on average, I pay like £40 for my heating. Not that it costs £40, but I pay £40 all year round, so that when winter comes, I don't have big bills to pay for heating. You understand what I mean? So I'm always in a credit balance. So if anything, they'll just give me my money back. It's my money, I need it now. Anyways, so another bill that there is here is council tax. So you pay a certain amount of money for the to the council wherever you live, and then they give you nice roads, I guess, for you to walk on. They have the fire service and all of the different services that the council provides for you as a resident. So you pay for that, depending on the house that you live in, the size of the house, how much it's worth. You would have you'd be placed in a certain band and have to pay a certain amount of money. So my council tax is probably on average like £150 a month. So by the time you add these bills, that probably would come to maybe like £200. Okay, so let's say we remove £200 from the 1,000, and then you want to do your groceries. Now for me, I would say if you're alone, you probably might spend £150 a month on groceries. I don't know what you expect to be buying so much to spend more than that. But one thing that is reasonable here is groceries. You can definitely get things to eat. You know, when you go buy Massy and you give the people 200 EC, and you come out of one little bag and you're wondering what's going on if the people still in the groceries. But hey, it's not like that. You will get things that are very affordable. So one thing you will definitely be able to afford is food. So you removed another 150 from the 800. So right now you're left with 650. You have 650, you decide you have a mortgage home, so you want to send, maybe your mortgage is 700, so you send 200 to St. Lucia, you have 450 left, and you can probably save, and then you want to put for bus fare and other things that you want to buy. You know, people like to run on Amazon and buy things, like me. Why anyways? But it's a new year. Stop judging me. So by the time you've done that, you probably would be able to, if you don't have a lot of responsibilities back home, like you don't have children to send money for or all of these things, you should be how would I say it? I feel like it's barely making it for me. Like I feel like you would be like barely making it. But one thing people do here are they do bank shifts. So people do extra shifts, and then with the extra shifts you can get to buy nice things, go places and do things. So the cost of living here is expensive, especially the closer you are to London, and the nursing salary is not impressive compared to other places in the world. But some places you save money on. If you want to have a look at my video, USA versus UK, you can see that there are a lot of benefits. But the tips I would give you, like I tell you, you can go anywhere in the world depending on your mindset. You would be able to actually make the best out of it. One, if you haven't decided where you're moving to, go as far as you can from London. As far as you can. So if you can go up north, which is a little bit colder, so just prepare yourself, or down south as well, you will be able to get more for your nursing salary. Second thing I would say is to, if you are single, your family not yet coming up, or you just by yourself, it's better to do a house share where you get to pay probably £300 and you get to live in a house and share with somebody else, if you are somebody who can share with people, because I am not the one. Sometimes when I come from my shift and I don't want to wash any dishes, I'm not washing any dishes. I'm just going to bed. You know, you don't want to be leaving somebody and say, check out, she leave the dishes there. Oh my God, I can't leave that girl. You know, these kind of things. But if you are somebody, you know that you can do it and you came here for a reason and you're working towards something, I would definitely encourage you to do the house share. And then you can save a lot more of your money. You have a lot more to do with your money. So if you can get friends or people you know to share an apartment with, or you can actually go on these different sites. There's Rightmove, there's Zoopla, these different websites where you can get somebody to share with. That is something I would encourage you to do as well. And the third tip I would tell you is to plan. Okay, if you know you plan on moving to the UK, save as much money as you can so you don't find yourself in any financial issues when you get here. And also, if you have a partner, you don't have children, make sure you all plan for the partner to come up as soon as possible. Do not come up here and wait how many years, say you're saving for your partner to come, you here struggling and the person here making a different currency back home, making a different currency, and you're struggling to make up the money. Save for it, prepare for it. The faster your partner can come here, they can get a job and the two of you can work together. And for me, as soon as my husband came up and got his job, it's been okay for me. We have been able to do stuff that we wanted to do, to travel, to do nice things. So imagine when you left with like 300, for example, you left with £300 and you have a partner who's working, even if they're just working minimum wage and getting like £1,000 a month, at least now you'll have £1,350 or £1,200 to save, to spend, to do things with. So that is my little advice on the cost of living and the nursing salary in the UK. You determine whether it's worth it for you. For me, I feel like it's worth it because when I get to send my pounds home, whether to save or for my family, the conversion is good. The exchange rate is good. That's one of the good things. So even if I want to, I can only send £100 home. At least I know it's 350 in St. Lucia. So thank you for watching the videos, guys. Remember to share. We're trying to grow this channel to reach as many people as possible. We're hoping this year that we will be able to grow as a family, because I'm somebody, I love to see people growing as well. So if I can give you any information that can help you to make a better decision, I am always willing. So you guys can message me. And also the giveaway is going to close in 2 days. Okay, what's the date of today? 2 days or 3 days. And don't miss out on this giveaway. So follow me on Instagram. It will be linked in the comments in the description box. So thank you guys for watching and do have a good evening.